T-Real. Shining bright, going hard, living big, like a star. Trying to get it, already got it. And there ain't nothing no one can do about it. We living that best life. We living that best life. We living that best life. We living. Everybody talking about trying to hustle hard, but don't nobody want to talk about God. Trying to get it in, we trying to win, but don't nobody seem to know where to begin. Well, I'ma tell you something, and I hope you listening. Life gets better when Jesus is your friend. You can tell him anything, he'll tell you everything. No competition, how you win it every day. Shining bright, going hard, living.
Well, we're going to try this 3 more times. We got Minister Frank too with us now, so we should be okay. How are you guys living out there? How are you living on this Testimony Tuesday? Living life with Autumn. I am just so excited about the young lady I'm getting ready to bring up. I was on Facebook and I was watching her celebrate her baby's first birthday. And I don't know, like I said, I did this 30 minutes ago and little tears wanted to come. They're trying to come back again. I'm like, if I can ever stop crying. But anyway, I don't know what that is. But and I reflected on, my God, I just, we just take people and life and things for granted. Frank too done changed my little screen, honey. Y'all can see all my little mess, but that's okay. And you don't fathom. She's been in my life about 14 years. I'm gonna bring her up in just a minute, but I saw the celebration of her enjoying her new boo and her baby, beautiful baby, and so I'm live, guys. Yeah. And so and I thought about all the tragedy that she's been through, and even as I asked her to be a part of Testimony Tuesday, but I'm going to let her, let me bring her on. Come on, bring her on. Joanna Luna. Hi, JoJo. She's nervous, you guys. She's nervous. But her story is so awesome, and I want you to hear her story from her, because I just thought about so much that you've been through. So anyway, let's tell the people how long we've known each other, JoJo. I call her JoJo. She's my little JoJo. Okay, here we go again. I cannot hear you, boo-boo. Oh my gosh, Frank too. What am I gonna do?
Okay, sorry. That was my fault.
Oh,
I forgot to hit the unmute button.
I really felt like this was meant to be, but if that happened again, I was like, okay, this just must not be meant to be.
So
okay?
we met, it's been since 2010, so about like 14 years already.
14 years. So JoJo has been a part of my team, my world, that makes my world turn, both in the childcare industry as well as the convention plaza industry, her and her family. And I am so appreciative and thankful for them. Somebody stop these tears from falling from my eye. But Joe had to come and go sometimes. And so, and that was based on share with the people the first time that you had some tragedy in your life.
Look kind of crazy. But I got very young, married very young, and I was with my partner for like about 15 years, and we tried to conceive a baby, but no luck out of that. So we ended up separating, went our separate ways. And a couple of months passed by, and met a guy.
Now hold on. She's saying, that's what I'm saying. She said that very softly. But when you think about 15 years in a marriage, yeah, and now divorced, and trying to conceive and all of that. So you kind of just slid on past that, but that's for a lot of people, that's enough right there. Okay, that's enough right there. Okay, but go on.
And so a couple of months passed by and I met the love of my life, that I was able to conceive a baby, but I thought that it would be my miracle baby, which ended up losing him at 8 weeks. We both decided to get married, but it didn't last long because he died of a heart attack right next to me. I asked God, why is all this happening to me? I started losing hope after he passed away.
Now
I
wait,
never thought I could find
hold on.
somebody.
Hold on, we're gonna stop because she done wrote this down so she doesn't forget anything. Okay. But my God, are you hearing what this girl is saying? I mean, Joanna, I had to like refathom. I mean, I'm working with you, and oh, it just reestablished what God has. That this is so bigger than just work. You know what I mean? To just be in someone's life and be a part of their life, and they're going in and out of all these cycles. Divorce, and now your husband dying next to you, and you still smile, you're still strong, and but anyway, go on, keep reading your script because you're reading the
Yeah,
script.
a lot of people have always said that to me, that after losing the baby and then after they losing him, everybody would say like, "And you're strong." But then I think about that. I serve a mighty God that has always been there by my side and has always tried to. I mean, I may fall down, but I get back right up and I keep going.
But
So
that
after
takes
losing him, I never thought that I was gonna find somebody else, which I ended up did. I ended up finding somebody, got pregnant again, which I was like, whoa, another miracle, here it comes.
but now that's what we're missing in here. How many miscarriages did you have?
I had
Uh,
to.
you had two, and those were very devastating to you, as I remember.
Yeah. So when I lost the second baby, he was 17 weeks. And I had to I went for just a regular checkup, and they were like, we don't find a heartbeat. And so I was like, I want a second opinion. And yeah, so I went for my second opinion, and they were like, yeah, we don't find no heartbeat. And so he was very emotional, um to like hear that I had lost another baby. But I didn't lose hope.
So
But
what did he
again, I
kind
did
of
ask.
blame you? Because you're saying that you had lost another baby. Did he blame you?
No, no, I just, it was just me that I would be like, well, maybe I did something wrong, which it wasn't. It was just the baby just like he didn't come right. So I waited almost a whole year to try and to try to heal my body first. I went for a checkup, for annually checkup, and I was still kind of feeling like my body wasn't feeling good, but they were like, "No, well, you're not pregnant." I was like, "Okay," but I knew something in my body was not right, and so like 2 weeks later, I did a pregnancy test, and knowing that I was like pregnant again, so I was like, "Okay," but this time it was more scared. I was more scared because I was like, "Okay, this is the third pregnancy. What if I lose this one too?" And I started having a lot of doubt. And a lot of my family was like, no, don't doubt, because we serve a mighty God. And for God, nothing is impossible. And
Yeah.
but even I prayed and everything, and I was just, but there was still little part of me that still had like, I'm gonna lose this baby. I'm gonna lose this baby. And and first thing, I got on my knees and I just started praying to God, and I was like, please God, let this be
Mm-hmm.
my miracle baby. And
No.
just started praying the whole pregnancy. Let it happen. It's all on you. 9 months later, I had my baby girl. And how Ms. Autumn was saying, on Sunday, she turned one. And that's my little miracle rainbow baby. And I thank God for all that He has done, even that I have fallen down, and sometimes I felt like I didn't want to get back up because I was like, oh, another thing is gonna happen to me, and no,
Mm,
I don't want to continue. But I kept getting up because I know that I serve a mighty God. That for Him is nothing impossible. So for a lot of people, they say like, man, but you're still going, yeah, because without God, I wouldn't be here. even that I lost him. I lost two miracle babies, and but I know they're in heaven and they're watching over us. And now that I have my little miracle baby girl, she is the world to me. And everywhere she goes, then I go with her. It just that lines it up. That
Gorgeous.
just
Oh my
changes
God.
everything.
I wish I
Just
had a picture of her. She is gorgeous. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
she's my world.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I was thinking, and how I was with last week before I was not feeling well, had able to be a part of what is it, domestic violence awareness, and it made me aware of some things. And when we were out to lunch on Sunday after church, this is gonna make me cry too. I
Mhm.
was sitting next to my baby, and I realized in the conversation, she began to dialogue with everyone, but I realized, my baby had been a victim to that. And so people suffer so much um, that we're just not aware of, and we
Yeah.
cannot um, fathom the feelings that and also during that time your dad passed, right?
Yes, he died of a COVID on January, and then my husband died in June. So like one death after another.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we're just going, but thank God, like you said, that the God in us, helps us as we go. But just the awareness to know that the people that are around us are going through so much. I can't say suffering, because like you say, you're depending on God, but at those fallen moments, what does it feel like when you say I failed and I didn't want to get back up?
Yeah, like
What
you
are
feel
you
like the
going?
world like is just all on top of you and you feel like you can't get up. Like you fall like it's like you were walking and you fall down like in a ditch and there's no way to get up. But and that wasn't even like I know I fell down and stuff, but I know that God helped me get out of there and he helped me and here I am now.
Wow, wow. So that's a lot. I mean, just for one person, I mean, divorce alone, trying to conceive, having two miscarriages. I mean, you were really, that really was impactful to you, because I think you even have a tattoo of one of your babies on you, right?
Yeah, I do. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. No, right here.
Yeah.
The first one. And then he
Yeah.
died on my birthday.
Oh my
My
God.
first My first one died on my birthday. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And then your spouse, died. I mean, that's so much, so much. And so, but my thing to everybody is always that where you're at right now is not the end of your story. I don't know why I want to cry.
Yeah.
Because so many times, like you say, we get into these places and spaces and we think that, okay, this is it. There's no hope for me. And and
Yeah, we
God,
can't lose hope. Yeah, you can't lose hope. Even
yeah.
that you may think, oh man, that's it. That's my last straw. No. Because like I said, for God, nothing is impossible, which I never thought. And that's why like all my family, like all weekend, they were like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna take a picture. And I'm like, okay. But I was like, hey, I need to be part of it too. She's like, no, she's just her. But it's just because all my family has always like prayed about me and like, yeah, you're gonna have your miracle baby, watch. And so my baby is just spoiled and loved because they've been wanting this little girl or whatever it was they wanted her. Just it didn't matter what it was. And she's
But that's
only my mom just like, yeah, we needed another girl. And I was like, yeah. So she's spoiled, she's loved by every single one, even here.
wow. But that's a
Yeah.
perfect example of what I'm saying, is that you kind of get looked over. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, that's what I was thinking in my mind. And I'm like, God, did I fail her? Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Because y'all know me, I'm tough. I'm like somebody passed away. I'm like, okay, well, let's get back. But I come apart. But anyway, I just that you get over the people that are going through these emotions, and no one knows. And I think the strongest people get looked over the most because they think you're okay, because you're able to function, you're able to laugh, you're able to, and I'm sure there was moments you weren't,
Yeah.
because you ducked out in some of those times from us, because you couldn't deal with it. And then, my God, working in a child care facility at that. Here it is that you're believing God for a baby, and you're trying, and then you're working around, and we know we work with that. It seems like, why them and not me, right?
I did. I
Did you
did
ever feel
question
like that?
like when I was young. I did. When I was married, my first marriage, I did. I questioned a lot of like the people around me, and and I was like, look, I'm married. I'm trying to do everything in your way, and why is it not happening to me? And there was times where I would just like I wouldn't go nowhere. Like they'll invite me to like to baby showers or this, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna be part of none of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I had to go through to a phase where it was just because it hurt a lot. But now that that got me stronger than all the
Was
stuff
there
that I went through in my
ever
life.
Keisha says God keeps showing up for you, Sister JoJo. Isaiah 43:2. But anyway, I don't know where I'm going. But so was there ever a time that you wanted to give up on God? I gotta get my battery here. Was there ever a time?
Um,
Be
I
honest,
did,
be honest. Okay.
I did. When when I found him next, like dead next to me, when I kept trying to like wake him up, and I was like, why is he not moving? And so I screamed at my mom because that's when she was staying with us, and I was like, Mom, like he's not moving, he's not breathing. So we called 911, and they came and they tried to revive him again for about a good hour, and I was sitting there in the sofa, and I was like, come on, God, like for years there's nothing impossible, make him breathe again. And fortunately, it was already too late. For him, he was gone already too far where like they couldn't bring him back. And so when they told me to for me to step out the apartment, and I was hugging my sisters and stuff, and I was just like, why God, why is this happening to me? And losing my dad kind of hurt a lot too. So at that, it was just my dad lost, and him being dead too. It was just too much. And I was like, I mean, God, come on, like, why is all this? And that's when I was just like, no, I don't even want to believe in God no more. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't even make my dad breathe back again. And, not even now him. And it was just, it came to having a doubt about him. And I know I didn't go to church for a couple of months and stuff until it hit me on my heart. We're like, no, I need to go back. I need to go back because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. So
Right.
but yeah, I did. It crossed my mind for a couple of times, and I was like, no, I don't want nothing to do with God. And I would hear it, and they would tell me about God, and it would go one year, and it would just go out the other one. But then I started remembering what my dad would always say, because my dad would always, every time he would call me, he would always talk about God. My sisters could tell it, even now we'll be like sitting down talking to each other, and we're like, man, you remember Dad used to tell us this? So, and that kind of made me think like, no, I need to go back and go to church and get back in Jesus and going to church and trying to live right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 So that was your turning point to come back to God. And when you came back, he was right there waiting on you, wasn't he?
Yep, with open arms.
Yeah. So
Yes.
as we close, is there anything that you'd like to share with others that are dealing with some of these
Just
same?
don't lose hope. Don't lose hope because God is right there beside you. Even if sometimes you don't feel it or you don't see him, he's there. He has never left your side. He's always there watching over you, protecting you, taking care of you. Even that you're like, no, well, I don't see it, or I don't feel it. Look, everything was going wrong, or nothing's going right the way I want it for it, my plans, but it's sometimes it's not your time, and it's not your plans. It's only in God's time, and only God knows why that is happening to you.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much, JoJo. I know you seem like you relaxed after we got into it a
A
little
little
bit.
bit.
I
I
forgot to
kind
tell
of
you.
skipped around my paper, even that I wrote everything down, and I kind of
Well,
skipped
make
around.
sure, look, don't be like me because I'll go back over mine. Make sure you got everything out on your notes.
Yeah, I
Okay?
did.
You
I
did?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Until you turn your camera sideways, but that's okay. It's too late now. It's Mr. Frank too gonna get on me later. But thank you so much that you calmed down and you were able to tell your story because I definitely believe in testimonies. The Bible says that we overcame him, that dirty rat, yes, by the blood of the Lamb and the power of our testimonies. And so that's my thing, is to encourage, to inspire, to motivate you, to let you know that no matter what you've been through, no matter what your tragedy has been, there is triumph ahead because God knows the plans that he has for you, and they are to
Yep.
prosper you. Yes, yes, yes. And so I thank you again, JoJo. Keisha, my baby Keisha, my sister, said, thank you, Joe, for sharing your testimony. And I'm sure there's many others that will be inspired and encouraged by your testimony. And to have a testimony, you have got to been tested. And baby, you have been tested truly by a hot, hot fire. And so we love you. I love you. Thank you again.
We love you too.
And y'all know my thing, that y'all be blessed, 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 blessed by the best. Yes. We are kingdom builders and we have got to help each other up this mountain and encourage and inspire each other as we move forward in the things of God, building his kingdom. Yes. And draw closer to him so that he can draw closer to you. And y'all have a fabulous day. And I love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Share this with somebody. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share. Please share. Please share. Share. Love y'all.